you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick.
Thank you.
Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Which house will I choose? I forgot to save. That is a shame. I save now. maybe I can back up. We'll see. The Adrustian Empire, the Black Eagle House. A house for students from the Adrustian Empire. Many are nobility, and most of them use magic. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is the Blue Lion House. House for students from the Kingdom of Fargus. Most value chivalry and excel at military arts. And the Leicester Alliance. The Golden Deer House. House for students from the Leicester Alliance. As per regional tradition, many are skilled archers. Now, the one I can just mark off personally for me is the Adrustian Empire. The only character that really interests me is Dorothea, the songstress. I think she has some... I think she'll have an interesting backstory. But I don't care for most of the nobles. I don't care for the super cold guy. Just kind of the more pompous attitude. And Edelgard, I don't know, Empire. I have bad dealings with Empire, the RPG player that I am. Empires tend to not be nice. They just don't really interest me. Which leaves us the Blue Lion House and the Leicester Alliance. Claude is from the beginning. Maybe we can get more into characters. Maybe I would like Edelgard. Maybe I'll like Dimitri, but Claude just has the most personality to me. And there's probably something buried. Like there's, he kind of acts aloof, but something tragic may have happened. He could have a really deep character, and if nothing else, he is by far the most entertaining character. The Blue Lion House, Dimitri does interest me because when he said, oh, me? Well, I have kind of a dark past. Well, what is that dark past? What happened? A very intriguing character. And some of the other classmates, I really like. Not just stat-wise, but character-wise. So this is the hard choice for me. And I'm going with the Blue Lion House. While I really like Claude, by far, he is my favorite character in this to start with. He just has a ton of personality, and I like his quick wits, the comebacks. The lines he has are amazing. But 2 things. One, I think a lot of people are going to choose him, so I want to be different Let's Play-wise. And 2, almost none of the other characters in his group interest me. Raphael is really cool, but the other ones are just kind of there, and I don't care for the guys oh, you should have just left him behind. I don't care for him at all. I don't really gravitate toward the other people he has, which is a shame, because if I did, I'd probably choose him anyway. Despite, I think a lot of Let's Players are going to go with the Leicester Alliance. Just from his personality alone. Just because it'll be entertaining. So I'm going to be different. Dimitri really intrigues me as a character. I want to know what that dark past is, what happened. And a lot of the characters in his group do interest me. Like the lockpick. Forgot his name. The person that used lockpick, Ash. Ash really interests me for the lockpicking skill. Deju is part of this other region, but has served for 4 years. Very taciturn. Like, what's his story? Ingrid, the proper knight, is kind of a foil to some of the other students, and I like that. Interesting to know more about her character. We have a healer, and you know how I am about healers if you've been around the channel at any point in time. I'm a sucker for healers. I play healing a lot in games, especially MMOs, multiplayer games. I end up being the healer. And her friend that she was talking to, Mercedes. I'm going to end up saying Mercedes. I apologize. Mercedes. There we go. I'm going to end up saying Mercy or Mercedes. Sorry. And, I forgot her name already. The one in the middle. Beside Ingrid, who's the blonde. I already forgot her name. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with the names. I apologize. But it's the magic user, kind of more upbeat. Just as a whole, the Blue Lion House, the characters in it intrigue me more than the Leicester Alliance ones, which some of them just seem kind of, on first talking to them, kind of bland. Some of them, either bland or just think super highly of themselves, like the guy in the purple-haired guy, all the way to the right. I was supposed to remember his name, but darn if I forgot. I'm bad with names anyway, but you get the joke. So that's my reasoning. Wonder what happens if I press back. Keep thinking? Yes. Okay, great. You can back out. Cool. That way we can save. Which is the house that I chose here. I really thought about changing, though. I'm not going to lie. Thought about choosing the Golden Deer house. But I already laid out my reasons. And I guess I'll start saving over these. Alright.
How are you enjoying your time?
I must...
Since you are...
Let's go.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
Yes.
Your heart has made its choice, then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
I will do my absolute best. So a few more things before we continue, just real quick. I promise, just real quick. For a large part of my life, well, not a large part of my life, but the past several years, kind of when I was in college and after college, and even to this day, I always wanted to be a professor. That takes a lot of additional schooling that I got really burnt out. So all I have is a bachelor's degree. Can't be a professor with that. It's not even a teaching degree. So I need a lot more schooling to be a professor. But I always wanted to do that. Is be a professor. Something that I always, if I ever got the opportunity to do that, to teach, I would like that. And I would like to do it at a university level. That way people there probably want to learn something. And two, what was the other thing? Sorry. It'll come to me.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them. That's what it is. Here's where Sethith really just shows he just looks down upon us.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor.
Nice to meet you.
I am Sethith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
That's all. Then you just tell, he just drips with like
Wait, does this mean our new professor is...
Yep.
No, I really
Annette.
can't believe it. But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
Right there. That I was like, I'm okay with my choice. I'm so sorry, Professor. You look just like the same age as the rest of us. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry I said that too. And we only get one choice. I don't mind if you treat me as a friend. Which would be not exactly how I would be. We could be laid back, but I would still want respect as the professor.
You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Please do. See, that would be what I would like.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
The proper knight that she is.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Yes, of course.
Having heard of your skills, I'm eager to meet you in battle.
You gotta put you in your place.
Come to the
What?
training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Beatrice's ready to throw down too.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
Yep, throw down, let's go.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Yay, the healer. Already, great healer.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
And that's his job. Don't go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
It's his job to worry.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Nothing wrong with it at all. It'd be a great way to test your abilities. Also, we won't be using real weapons. Of course not.
Huh. I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Oh,
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
and there's the skirt chaser part. As we saw in the, not opening cutscene, but the cutscene where we're going up to the monastery and it kind of showed all the students in the classroom and stuff. She, like, pushed him away.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder.
I'm okay with that.
I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Likewise. Status effects. We don't want to see bad ones. We want to see good status effects. Poison is a bad status effect. All status effects expire naturally, but you can also recover from them using items like antitoxins or white magic such as Restore. Cool. Hop. If you press the B button, you can have the 8-bit or like 16-bit character at the bottom jump. And then here's where we get the calendar. New places to explore in the monastery. This really reminds me of like Persona games, which I have heard the comparison before, like in reviews. That you kind of get some of that flavor when it comes to things like this. Here it is. We get 1,000 gold from the Church of Seros as funding for this month's activities. So yay, 1,000 gold. Which gives us 1,500 and event.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise.
Okay, Professor.
You don't know about crests?
What is a crest?
Well, allow me to tell you everything. Absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
Okay, not taking any chances. I saw Elgato hiccup there. Sorry for the weird cut. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. I have all day. Calendar is completely clear. For a day, anyway. Of course, he's like, I want to tell you everything about them. This is his research. Probably his life's work is on crests. Stands to reason.
Crests are a fascinating topic. But before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
For now. Like, I like that. That's the scientist in him. For now. Like, we'll figure it out. I like Hanneman so far. And you believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it.
Okay.
That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
No need to look into it. No. Do what you can to find out. I'm very interested.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here.
Okay. I can do that.
What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling!
And like the scientist part of, ooh, new discovery, and
pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now.
Because now I am going to write all of this down and start throwing out, oh, what about this theory, and
I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps...
I really respect that he just got completely into his work. Like, he just loves it so much. New discovery! And just immediately gets into it. Like, I think that's great. And if you know somebody who really likes science, or you really like science, you would probably relate to some degree.
What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Scientist, researcher. Really cool.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
The monastery schedule features different events on different days. Each week you will have one day off, when you may choose an activity from the list. Your only option at first will be to explore. Select the calendar with the directional buttons to view the schedule. So all we have right now is explore. There's a seminar and battle and rest. But we get one day a week to do that. First day off. It's your first day off since arriving at the monastery. Use this time to get to know students, professors, and the facilities. Here, Ferdinand's birthday. And the mock battle takes place next. At the end of the month. It's my birthday, but it's already passed. You defeated a group of bandits that remember, so that happened a week ago now. Let's go ahead and start the exploration. So, this is my room. I thought I heard a girl's voice. Must have been imagining things. Sorry that I talked over it there. You'll hear it plenty more times. The class bell, the bell that rings over the monastery, is the beginning of the Fire Emblem theme, which is a really cool touch. So we have a professor level, E.
So, these are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
Okay.
I gotcha.
I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
I'm all about strategy, so...
Yes. I trust you're eager to face the Black Eagles in battle. Enjoy the thrill of anticipation while it lasts. Soon you'll wish you had chosen to lead our house instead.
If you continue to insist on distracting me, I will have no choice but to get rid of you. Joking, of course.
Are you? I don't think you were joking. I really don't think he was joking, but see you try.
I hear there will be a mock battle soon. We must not neglect our training. I trust that you will carefully study the strengths and weaknesses of each of your students, that you may provide effective guidance. Regardless of the results, this battle will be a great learning experience. Even so, what is the point of competition if the aim isn't to win?
I agree.
As this is your first time at the monastery, please allow me to show you the ropes.
Okay, let's get some tutorials. Facilities.
Both students and teachers of the Officers' Academy are free to use the facilities within the monastery. For example, You can dine with others at the dining hall, or partake in one-on-one combat at the training grounds. I encourage you to wander around the monastery and lend an ear to the people living here.
We don't have access to everything yet, and I still don't think I had access to everything where I stopped. But there are a few things we can explore and look around.
There are bulletin boards in various places around the monastery. Have you seen them, Professor? There you can find requests from various sources, as well as information about the market. If you fulfill these requests, you should eventually be able to use even more of the facilities here. The bulletin board gets updated frequently. You would do well to check it once a month. This probably goes without saying, but no matter which facility you use, it will take up a considerable amount of your time. It's helpful to plan out activities in advance, so that you don't mistakenly squander your time here.
You can explore the monastery as much as you like, but certain activities will only be available when you have activity points. When you're done exploring, the L button will end your free time and proceed to the next week.
Professors at the Officers Academy are expected to have exceptional leadership skills. Students and teachers alike must devote themselves to their studies and strive to acquire great wisdom, even outside their respective fields.
Your professor level determines your maximum activity points. Raise it by reading books, taking part in activities, and interacting with students. Alright, and you can see at the top we have 1 free time. And Daydude has
His Highness has said that he trusts you, and I have no cause for doubt. But if you mistreat him in any way, I will take action.
Fair enough. Don't worry about that.
I have a request.
And after that I have a request, because he also has a quest. There's a dish I would like to make, but I need more of a certain vegetable to do so. I was planning to grow it from seeds in the greenhouse, but if you'd like to help, grow plants in the greenhouse. This is our greenhouse tutorial. Green Thumb Beginnings.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
I don't think you're gonna take it easy on me, so...
Oh, Professor! Have you adjusted to life at the Academy yet? Me? I'm still not used to it. I'm not one for all this studying and training.
I don't want for all this studying and training. This is the dormitory. Which when you even come back, you actually get that. Should have been when you first walked out, if you ask me, but that's okay.
Hey, I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you, if I have to. It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best. I was just heading back to my room. Bye!
Goodbye.
I don't like to come out unless I really have to. Hope you're okay with that, Professor.
Likes to be in room. That's it.
Professor?
Another quest?
Hey, Professor. If you got spare time, wanna join me for a trip into town? We could try to pick up beautiful girls. Or not. I'm kidding. Don't look at me like that.
I'm kidding.
Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
If I have to eat in that filthy dining hall, I prefer to invite a cute girl to dine with me. Beforehand, I'll find out her favorite foods so I can order them. She's happy, I'm happy. Haven't missed a move. Pretty great, huh? Try sharing a meal with others in the dining hall. You can even treat someone to their favorite meal. Talk to the dining staff for details. Share a bite. That is another way we can end up spending our free time, is eating with students. And that's important because it will raise our relationship with them, and also will make them more motivated. And we'll get into what motivation does later, because it's quite important. Here's the dining hall.
Yes. I'm busy. Do you want something?
I was hoping to spar with you.
I can't right now, but let's fight soon. I look forward to beating you.
Likewise. Okay, now you can see above the dining staff's head there is a hourglass. That means that is going to use up your free time. You see that? It uses it up. If you don't, then it's free. You can do whatever. We can take all the quests as long as it doesn't have the time icon. It's just a resource game. You know, it's another way they make you make choices.
Ugh, I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal.
I mean, that shirt barely holds all your muscles, guy.
Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time? I need to keep eating if I want to get stronger.
The Starlight approach. I respect it.
Hello there, Professor.
Hello.
Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself.
Shame. Where can I visit you then? That's a shame.
Should the opportunity arise, I would love to become a student and begin my studies in earnest. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have. Might you help me with a favor?
There is a ceremony related to Saint Sethalon that requires rare fish. Would you mind helping me obtain some, Professor? You can fish by speaking with the fish keeper at the fishing pond. We get 3 Albion herring fish, 3 Celadonian gar fish, and 5 insect larvae, which is bait. And the renown. The renown is the professor level XP. Totally down. Yes, there is fishing. And yes, I'm already hooked. No fishing humor there. Seriously though, I love fishing in games. So, really excited for that. Greenhouse and fishing pond.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment.
Now I'm feeling sleepy too with that. It's not a good idea to forget about your assignment.
Yeah.
Now, the other one would, I'm feeling sleepy too. That would probably raise his, my reputation with him, like how well he likes me. But I'm just going to answer truthfully, and we'll see where it gets us. Because I think that's more fun than taking the obvious answers to get the most stats. I'll just say how I feel. Okay, we picked up the quests. Let's do the greenhouse.
Anyway. Oh, did you come to look at the plants too? The greenhouse here is really incredible. There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed.
Never had much interest in plants. You seem well informed on the subject. Like, herbs are really important. Especially, like, out on the battlefield.
My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart and how to make medicines.
Ding ding ding. Exactly. Make medicines.
You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes
Looks
you.
like it'd just be nice to
Maybe
look at.
something will catch your eye.
Thing. Blue flower seeds. A palm full of seeds that will grow bright blue flowers. So you can see there was a little blue glow. That is... Hey, there's an item here. So we'll keep an eye out. Let's do some gardening. By gardening, you can harvest all kinds of crops. Flowers, for instance, make great gifts. Some people might even decorate their rooms with the flowers you give them. Use the plant command to decide which seeds to use. More seeds mean a bigger harvest, while more compatible seeds will lead to a higher quality. Use the cultivate command to pay the greenhouse keeper to look after your crop. More you spend, better your harvest will be. Crop will be ready 1 week after you plant your seeds. So for the tutorial, oversees the Greenkeeper. Check back when you next explore the monastery on a free day. Professor level 2 low. And then you can infuse with magic, and then we could do other ways later to get more out of it. Cool.
My thanks.
My gratitude. The greenhouse is an invaluable resource. If we cultivate more plants, I'm sure we'll be able to cook a larger variety of meals. That too. Yay, food.
Let's see. I'm a little busy.
Oh, sorry. Can we talk just a little? Can we talk just a little?
I really can't right now. I got a lot of things to do. Work and stuff like that. Why don't you look at the flowers in the greenhouse instead? They're pretty.
Okay.
Anyway.
They are nice to look at. But time to get down to business. It's go time. I would like to fish. To begin fishing, first select your bait. Wait until you see the silhouette of the fish you want to catch, then press the A button to hook it. Don't wait too long, or the fish will escape with the bait. Press the A button when the circles overlap to reduce the stamina of the hooked fish. Once its stamina is depleted, you will have successfully caught the fish. If your line breaks, the fish will escape. Durability of the fishing line increases with professor level. So as my professor level goes up, the line will have more durability, basically more HP. Repeated excellent timing will create combos that reduce the fish's stamina quickly, which you can see is on the right side, and then my stamina is on the left, which will go up with professor level. That's the line strength. If you land excellent timing at all opportunities, you will net a more valuable fish than usual if you're perfect. Bait given to you by Flan to catch your first fish. Let's give it a try. Did it. Small fish is coming to all regions of Fodlan. It's somehow connected to Saint Sethlin. Yay! 10 XP. Maybe the renown isn't the XP I thought it was.
Dear Goddess.
First level XP. Sorry.
Goddess,
Got that wrong.
I pray to thee. Please protect us.
And there's the quest, the fresh catch and share a bite.
You have helped me so much.
There we go. That's done, but now we have more bait. So we're going to fish. All-purpose bait that attracts everyday fish. Missed one. Darn, could have had it perfect. Good glimmering, like that was hard. A somewhat costly fish that glimmers like polished silver. Silverfish. Cool. Hadn't seen that. Oh, got it barely. Queen Loche. Beautiful specimen even among Tetras loaches. Cook into a dish that boosts dexterity. Awesome. That first excellent, there's just a little bit of lag on the next ring just because of all the sparkles that go off. Darn. I'll have to try to take that into account. Cool. Perfect. Airmid pike. This fish is commonly found in the Airmid River. Can be used when you share a meal. And one more. Got it. Albanian herring, an intense swimmer who migrates over vast distances near the coast of Albania. Can be used when you share a meal. And I'm out of bait. Sad.
Dear goddess.
I don't see any more blue sparkly spots. I haven't really seen that
The
many.
Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the heir to the Alliance's leading house. This is one exceptional year, that's for sure. If you're a teacher here, you better watch your step. If anything were to happen to those kids, well, suffice to say that it could harm the reputation of the Church of Saros, which we've spent almost a millennium establishing.
Yep, they're VIPs for sure, but they're still students. Alright, let's do the last thing.
Here at the monastery, I have had many great learnings from many great people. I am hopeful to have learnings from you, too. As forever, I will do my best trying.
I'm sure you will. Alright, this will use up our free time. Let me save real quick. Today's special is Sagart and Cream, a baked confection coated with Noah fruit, cream, and a currant reduction. Often enjoyed as a dessert at family gatherings, so you can see who really likes it. And you can even eat with people that aren't of your house as well to get them to like you more. And then you can see who doesn't like it. The full menu will let you make stuff. You have to have what it says there: poultry, Noah fruit, canary guard. We don't have any turnips, and then you can see who really likes it as well. So if you're trying to get to know somebody better in particular, we'll just go with the today's special and sit with Mercedes and Annette.
Today's dish was so good. Oh, but not as good as your homemade sweets, Mercy.
You're too kind. Maybe I'll bake some for you next time, Professor.
That'd be appreciated. Thank you. They become more motivated, and bonds among the three of us grow stronger. That also gives me Professor experience and a level up. E+. We now have more activity points for exploration, but we don't get that right now. We also get more monthly funds, which is important.
Nice. I knew I could count on you.
So you're getting right to it. Pressed to find someone who's more proactive than I am. Nice going, Professor. Alright then, next time will be my turn. So there's our free time, but we don't have to end the day. There's more people I want to talk to. In particular, the other professors.
All right. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. By the by, have you ever regretted a decision and wished you could go back and undo it?
Yep, sure have.
It's too bad there's no lesson for how to turn back the old clock, huh?
Yeah.
But I suppose a bad decision isn't worth all that fuss anyhow.
Depends on how bad the decision is. I'm gonna be up all night to rectify mine. I know I saw it.
Hello, Professor. I have a teeny tiny question for you, if that's all right.
What's up?
You haven't seen a man with hair the same color as mine, a scowling face, and a generally gloomy demeanor, have you?
can't say I have, but, looking for someone?
Well, yes. It's a bit difficult to explain. Please just let me know if you do see him, okay?
Alright.
Oh, Professor, you haven't seen him.
Indeed.
Okay, let's, because I know this episode's running long now.
Yes.
Hello. Here's an idea. Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library yet?
Not yet.
It's absolutely loaded with valuable information. I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my hours there.
You ought to get some rest, but you like reading?
In a manner, yes. But it's more that I want to learn as much as I possibly can.
That's cool. I'll learn as much as you possibly can. Okay. I respect that. I really do. But sleep is important. I like sleep. I'll sleep later, promise. At some point. Other professors, right?
Really?
The church has changed a lot since my time. Sedith, Hanneman, Manuela, Euritza, and many of the knights. None of them were around 20 years ago.
Oh, wow. Seth's office don't care.
I think Captain Gerald has hardly changed since 20 years ago. I've aged at least 3 times as much as he has. Why am I talking about this? Oh, right. It was because I just overheard Tomas remarking on the subject. The leader of a legendary group of knights returned. People are bound to be talking about the old captain.
Oh, I'm sure.
A mock battle? This early? Wow, Professor. They're not giving you any time to settle in, are they?
Nope, they're not.
Don't worry, though. Should you get injured, I will care for you all through your recuperation. I will see to you, oh so very, very personally.
I'm sure. I'm sure about that.
Apparently, there is to be a mock battle between the houses. Interesting, but I hope you understand that I have far more important things on my mind.
Let me guess, the crest?
My research is proceeding slower than I would like. Your crest is something of a challenge. Frustrating, yet also quite intriguing. I was wondering if I might get a sample of your flesh. A couple of square inches would do. No? Perhaps some blood? A couple of drops on the device are all I need.
That I could do. Cutting just a part of my flesh off? No. Let's not do that. Some kind of experimental apparatus. Might as well assist by providing a blood sample. Yeah, okay. I'm down for helping.
Oh, thank you, Professor. Those few drops of blood are invaluable to my research. Oh, so much more to learn.
I hope it helps.
Oh, thank you.
That's the same thing. Okay, I think that's pretty much everybody. Super long episode, sorry. Just when there's a lot of people to talk to.
Of course.
Let's talk to
Do
Ram
bear
real
in
quick.
mind that even as you are appraising your students,
Lady Ram.
they are appraising you as well. I hope that you will do your best to form lasting bonds with your flock. Oh, and I look forward to witnessing your prowess in the mock battle.
Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. I'm going to walk around and make sure there's not anybody else to talk to. There's a few people, but a few people like that, but I think it's mostly NPCs. I think I talked to the students. But I'll double check. Until next time, I'm Cendril. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.